welcome to Miranda Detailing. In this video, we are going to correct and coat the roof of our Avalon. We're going to check up on the hood and the trunk. So if you remember, it was back in the beginning of April, I believe April 1st, that we coated the Avalon's hood. We corrected it. We coated it with Gtechniq EXOv3, and then on the 12th, we corrected and coated the trunk with hydrosilics. So we're going to test those both. I haven't washed the trunk, at least. I haven't washed the car since I coated the trunk. I did wash it and just did a brief little clip in one of our previous videos of the hood and how the EXO was holding up. So let's wash the car. It is filthy. The pollen season is in full bloom here in Richmond, Virginia, and the car is looking gross. So let's check out the car first. Alright guys, so it did just rain here a little bit, so it washed off some of the pollen, but it still is looking pretty gross. So let's continue with the wash process, then we'll pull it in and evaluate what the hood looks like, what the trunk looks like, and we'll start on the hood. Okay guys, so the hood where we applied the Gtechniq EXOv3 is performing perfectly. Super hydrophobic. Even when it was dirty, when we were just rinsing it, it was showing extreme beading. So after we washed it, of course, it cleared all the junk away, nothing stuck to it, and still beading amazingly, and the sheeting properties are also awesome. So I love that coating. It's still going strong, of course. It's only been about a month. However, the hydrocelix on the trunk, meh, it still is hanging on, but it just doesn't have the aggressive beading like a true ceramic coating should. And of course, that was what I was expecting anyway. I wasn't really expecting it to perform like a true coating because it's a spray silica coating. So it still is hanging on, it still beads nicely, and it still sheets water away, but just not as aggressive as a true ceramic coating would. So I'm going to keep it on there. I'm not going to touch it. I'm just going to dry it and keep testing it and see how long it really does last until it's just completely gone, completely dead. So I'm going to blow dry the vehicle now, and especially make sure that the hood, the roof is completely bone dry, and then I'll tape around it, and then we'll start correcting that. So examining it under lights, you can see it's a mess. And there are also areas like right there where there's clusters of wet sanding marks, which is usually a sign of repainting. You can kind of see those lines in the paint. There's actually a lot of marks in the paint from where they wet sanded and did not completely refine the paint. Right here, those areas right there, pigtails from wet sanding, and right there, and just other scuffs and scratches and deep swirls. So let's get to correcting the roof, and then we will go with the, oh, there's some more. Those are horrible. So today we have a guest with us. This is Tony Ralda from Ralda's Auto Detailing with us today. And like we had mentioned, or like I had mentioned, we're going to be correcting the hood and then coating it with Gtechniq EXOv3. So he's going to be helping out with us with that today. So let's get started. Wow, yeah, right in the center. That's from repainting. Oh yeah. It's like a dusted clear coat. Man, that looks so good. Wow, very, very nice. Beautiful. Oh, there's another dust tip right there. Yep. Oh, you can even feel that. Yep. See it and feel it. Yep. Telltale sign that was down the Carfax. Oh. I wonder, maybe go a little bit more aggressive. Okay. Don't worry if it doesn't come out, but let me go. Okay guys, so we are making our way around the vehicle. We have Tony on the passenger side here compounding and cutting, and I am just testing this little area here with polish. So it's been cut already and I'm polishing it, and as you just saw, coming out really, really nice and clear. Now granted, this is again my personal vehicle. I'm not going to go too crazy on it, but it does have a lot of heavy defects that I'm not going to chase out. If it was a customer's car, I'd probably go a little bit further. If I safely could, I did take measurements on this and there is plenty of clear, but again, I'm always on the safe side. I don't want to go too far if I don't have to. If the customer is happy with the results, then I'm happy. But results are looking great, so let's continue in the polishing process before we coat it. Coating time. So everything now has been cut, polished, IPA wiped down, and now we're going to go on to the coating step. So I'm going to show you what we have here. So as usual, our EXOv3, a brand new pad, and nice plush towels. And I always have two, one for the initial wipe, and then the second one for the final wipe. So let's get to coating. Okay guys, that is it. Our vehicle is done. The roof is cut, polished, coated, and it is looking beautiful as you saw in some of the pictures. So a big thanks to Tony Ralda from Ralda's Auto Detailing coming up here and helping us. And if you guys enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up, give it a like, share it with others who also have enjoyed it, and subscribe if you haven't already, and click that bell. That way you get a notification each time our videos drop. So we'll see you next time. Take care.